I'm gonna try to angle this thing where I'm not really bugged by you or me, but so we can see each other. While I look up and actually display something. This is to everybody on this planet. Um, so I'm looking at this wall where I have painted chalkboard and have written down concepts and themes that I've learned from other individuals. Winston Churchill said that there's nothing better for a man to do but then to remember the quotes of those who have preceded them. And as we live on this planet, I look at almost everything that I see here. And Anthony Browder says, I only talk about what I know. And I think that should be a thought I keep in mind as to be attentive to how to live life. You know, life has a humongous word in between, and that word is if. Uh, Being a human being, I look at the word behavior and I'm perplexed by what I've learned about who we are. Did you know that each individual has a mental, emotional, physical, spiritual, and civil section of who they are, a self? And those put together will operate as their social, which is how you see them. And everybody has their own lens or perspective. And based on their perspective, they utilize their prerogative, their will, their concentration. Bruce Lee said the most powerful of all weapons is not the most powerful, but the most dangerous. That's how he said it. I put the most powerful. Simply because the word if is in between the word life, what you apply is got to operate as something that you need to exercise so that things can be useful. So that's why you must apply your behavior, behavior as a being, a human being. Doesn't mean you have to be prudent, which means acting with a thought or a care for the future. That's something that comes from a place of empathy. But when you mix empathy and sensuality, desire, usually you lose a sight and a hearing and an understanding and an acknowledgement of the Lord. And you need to understand and to acknowledge and to hear the Lord in order to get the interpretation so that your perspective can heal yourself as well as those who are around you. So your behavior is important. But see, I only talk about what I know, is what Anthony Browder says. Not many can say that. And not many know how to listen either. Because to listen is to be obsessively empathetic, is what Robert Greene, who wrote the 48 Laws of Power, said. That obsessively being empathetic is to listen. I have a question for every person on this planet. Are you addicted to impressing others? That's the question I ask you. Sun Tzu said that the spoken word is seldom heard on the battlefield. If I'm on a battlefield and somebody's using words, I'm probably not listening. I'm not being obsessively empathetic. So Anthony Browder says he only talks about what he knows, but he also says it is only through the acquisition of information that any people can develop the ability to control their destiny. KRS once said, when you grab the mic, you go in. You go in with the fullness. Then you back up and you set a theme. Did you know that all human beings are theme setters? And these things are necessary because on one side is the precept of how you do a thing. And on the other side is the concept of how you keep a thing and manifest a thing and destroy a thing if you have to. Build and destroy is right here in front of you. Pre, con, go against or build. It's right there in front of you. It's important to keep be, have, yours in your head as a human being as you live on this planet. Three sides to a coin, I say in my mind, but someone else said a funny number the other day on one of these videos on somebody's social something, and I'm like, you could either be a lion out here hunting, an antelope out here trying not to get ate, or a sheep out here being led with them precepts and them concepts that you using, what you applying, what you exercising, what's useful for you. Don't ever forget that balance is a verb and judgment is not shame. Peace.